So I have been looking for a studio for a few months now, something where I could paint in, so it needs really good light, something that has a lot of wall space so I can hang up paintings and show people, and also that has enough space and a kind of good location to give art classes too. I looked at three sorts of places. One was retail spaces, and that was in the heart of town. They tend to be quite expensive and not really have enough volume. Then I found some light industrial spaces in the heart of town, so bigger and cheaper, but they were pretty old and dark, and you really need a lot of light. I'd also looked at a really beautiful barn conversion, or like an old building converted into a commercial space. It's a beautiful setting, didn't have quite enough wall space, but the owner also just didn't get back to me in the end, so that one sort of fell off the radar. And finally, I found something that's kind of a combination of all the elements that I need. It's a light industrial, light commercial space, so it's got volume, it's really light, it's in a nice rural location, which means a lot to me. And it's got all the spaces and little intricacies that I need. And I will give you a little tour of it and see what you think of it. This is the before situation. And slowly over time, what we're going to do is create the after. So create the studio, the office space, the drying and varnishing and wrapping space, and the gallery. So have a look around. That is the massive roller door that comes with the place, and it means that if we have a hot day, we can open up the door and let some of the heat out and have some ventilation. People can come and go through there for art classes, and one day when my paintings are much in demand, we can back a big truck up to that door and pack them all into the back of a truck to go off to galleries around the world, hopefully one day. So one of the big benefits of the place is that it's a double-story space. So you get this massive amount of wall space to fill up with paintings. So another space that I'm planning on using a specific way is this area behind me, under the stairs. What I want to do is set up a sort of special compartment that is insulated, so I can put paintings in to dry them up faster. So we'll have racking here and insulating material around it, so we can use that space specifically for that. And then next to it here, I'm going to set up a table for varnishing and wrapping up paintings to be sent away. And right over there in that section, we'll be having seating and things for art classes as well. Now let's go upstairs. At the top of the stairs here is where I'm planning on putting the office area. So that will overlook the area below and sort of give a feeling of expansiveness rather than having a desk facing a wall, for example. At the top of the stairs, there is a little kitchen area. So there's a window here, a sink, and a countertop. I'm currently hunting for a second-hand fridge to go under here. And a friend of mine gave me this microwave to use here. So everybody, let's thank Leonie and Nick for donating a microwave so I can have hot lunches while I'm at the studio. Just around the corner from the kitchen is what I am going to call the ladies' room, or the powder room, or whatever that is where you're from. And this was a really key factor because in England, where this is, There's a lot of old buildings, and a lot of commercial spaces have shared bathroom or powder room facilities, but some of them still have outdoor bathroom facilities. And maybe 10 years ago I would have been tolerant of that, but now I'm like, no, I am not going outside to powder my nose. And also I don't want people coming to art classes or coming to have a look at the art to have to go outside to powder their noses either. So we have the luxury of an indoor bathroom. I won't show you the details, but it's, it works how bathrooms work. But one of my favourite features after the indoor bathroom is this amazing skylight. And because this is a mezzanine floor, it's right up close to the ceiling and right up close to the skylight. So what that means is even when the lights are off, it's incredibly bright up here and it actually looks like the lights are on. And what that means is I'm probably going to use this wall as the primary wall for me to paint up against. There's another one here that's really bright, and then there's a smaller wall over there that would work for smaller paintings. So this area here has 3 walls that I can work on at once for painting, and it's lit by really fantastic natural light. So opposite the wall that I want to paint on and underneath that skylight is this area where the railings are on the edge of the mezzanine floor. And on this side is where I want to put all the storage. So I want to get some secondhand drawers. I'm super thrifty, so everything's going to be cheap as chips and secondhand. And I want to put some drawers here so that I can store away all the art supplies, because I'm not a big fan of that sort of messy art studio trope about artists. I want the only thing you're really focusing on in the studio to be the art that you're painting and for the supplies to be packed away most of the time. So that is the tour of the fairly empty shell that will be hopefully one day a fantastic working studio. I hope you enjoyed the tour. This is the before, and I will keep filming and show you the process of how we create the after. And it would be lovely to have you join me on that process. So feel free to subscribe, to put supportive and encouraging comments below, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.